All right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. We have got some breaking news here from the SEC versus Ripple case, and this actually I think is the last and final piece of the judgment that the judge is gonna give, and from here we won't hear about this case anymore. Great thing, XRP is not a security, and then we're just gonna go through this document here and try to see what the judge has ruled on. So if you're interested in that, I would actually kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button and sharing it with whoever you think needs this kind of information, right? So we'll go through the document together here, and then we will find out if there is any new information that we didn't know about previously that is just starting to show up right there, right? So we can already see that this is an official letter. I was taking it from the account of this guy here, James K. Phelan, and I mean, throughout the whole thing, this is the guy that we have actually been using to refer to information that is related to the case here. So I would just go ahead and trust that this is information that is 100% real, and we can actually trust on it, right? So let's go here. This is the judgment from Judge Mona Lisa Torres, right? District Judge. He says plaintiff, the Security Exchange SEC brings this action against defendant Ripple Labs, alleging that Ripple engaged in an unlawful offer of services and securities of Section 5 of Services Act of 1933. And then they go, whatever they list this really here for summary judgment order notified before the before the court is the SEC's motion for remedies and enter final judgment. Okay, which is great. Let's see what the thing is, the background story. I mean, I think we already know right at this point that the background is what and what, why. So the discussions, what were the discussions of let's see here what the discussion was all about. Once a district court has found federal securities law violations, it has broad equitable power to fashion appropriate remedies. Okay, we know you have the power to do it. Such remedies may include injunctive relief, disengagement, or ill-gotten profits. Okay, and penalties, right? Let's see here. The first one, injunctive relief. So injunctive relief is expressly authorized by Congress to provide. Okay, I just want to know the figures, right, and the situation, right? Injunctive is appropriate. Courts are directed to consider the fact that okay, no problem. Application: the SEC asks the courts to enjoin Ripple from violating Section 5 from conducting an unregistered offering of institutional sales of XRP. Okay, the SEC have failed to show that an injunction is warranted. Wow. So this is not going to be penalized. That's really interesting, right? As of the first and third Kavanaugh factors, Ripple has been found liable for violating Section 5 in its sales of XRP to institutional buyers. Order at 22. These violations were not isolated. They were spanned 8 years and involved 41 counter. Okay, no problem. Then isolated when involved. Okay, just tell us how much you're going to be on. Second effect, the degree of extent contains this and that. Okay, nothing really serious here. Let's see here. At summary judgment, the court found that a genuine issue of material effect remained as to whether Larsen and Garlinghouse had recklessly disregarded the securities laws. Because the SEC had adjudicated to new facts to support a finding of recklessness at this stage, the court find that Ripple's Center 2 is inconclusive. Interesting. Although the SEC points to Ripple's profit motive to avoid registration and disclosure. SEC memorandum at 5 at this. Okay, I mean, I really don't see something that is very interesting that I can point out to say, okay, this is something that is very much crazy, right? On the fourth Kavanaugh factor, the defendants willingly or unwillingly accept blame. The SEC points to a number of, come on, I mean, okay, let's go down a little bit here. Let's see. To be clear, the court does not hold Ripple's post-complaint sales violated. To be clear, the court does not hold today that Ripple's post-complaint sales have violated Section 5. Okay, these are the sales which were done after the case has already been filed. They do not constitute violation of securities. MT just asked, is it bullish or bearish? We'll refer to the XRP price, right, and see if actually it is bullish or bearish, but just so that we have a clear idea. It's bullish. Apparently it's bullish. You can see the price is flying to the upside, meaning that our trade is going up right there, right? But we had great news back then, and then we also saw the price crashing to the downside once the whole thing was when people already knew the remedies. Let's see, I think people haven't gone through the document just yet, as I'm going through the document right now to try and find whether there is new information right there. So apparently it's looking bullish right at this point. We are seeing XRP pumping to 56 cents. That is great, but remember last week we were at 65 cents, so really nothing too crazy. Let's see what Judge Torres has ruled. That Ripple shall pay $125 million in civil penalties. Wow, thank you very much for that summary. I was just trying to look right across the document here to see which is which, but it's very much clear here. A legal standard in addition. Okay, all my exchanges right now are buzzing. XRP is up 7%, XRP is up 8%. So yeah, apparently it's bullish news, and that's great, because we really have been talking about the XRP price for a very long time, and I've said time and again that for the long position that we were taking in the Patreon, we are looking to sell right around something like $5.20, and then for the spot position that I have and that I hold, I'm planning to sell right around $13.60. I think it's something that is very much possible here, but let's see if the chart is going to be able to sustain. Still holding 56 cents right at this point. That is great. I'm trying to find across this document here that how much money are they actually supposed to pay. The guy in the chat says $125 million, which I think is a very small amount of money for a company like Ripple. I would also want to know what is going to be happening with the rest of the XRP that they hold. Who are they going to be selling to? It's very important. But will I actually have enough time? Because I don't know, I can't read loudly. Okay, conclusion. Let's just go to the conclusion. Basically, the SEC motions for remedies and entry of financial judgment is granted in part and denied in part. The court shall enter a final judgment enjoining Ripple from further violations laws and imposing a penalty of $125 million. The clerk of court is directed to terminate the motions, ECF number whatever so ordered. Okay, so they'll be paying $125 million. The big question that I have, if anybody has any idea in the chat, also if you are a big person on XRP, what is going to be happening to the remaining XRP that Ripple holds? Because if they can't sell those ones as well, maybe they'll only be selling to institutional investors as well. I think it will actually be helping the XRP price, honestly, because they have to sell to people who would really need to use XRP for something, right? So it's looking like we are stalling right around 57 cents for now. I really would have loved to see this thing breaking above its main resistance level. Remember, we have got this symmetrical triangle that we have right there. So I think we were looking at the Wyckoff accumulation pattern the other day. We need to delete this right at this point. We don't need it. Let's adjust our chart nice and easy. So you see, here on XRP, we really have a clear structure ever since 2018, or even going back as, I'm using the wrong chart here. Let me go ahead and show you the chart which has got the base data, and that is from Bitstamp, right? So from the Bitstamp chart here, yeah, you can see the symmetrical triangle that we have here in the making for 6 years, getting into 7 years right at this point. So I would have really loved to see one gold candle that just goes ahead and breaks the resistance level. Going as high as maybe something like 75 cents. Once we break and close out of that thing, I think it's just a matter of time before we see XRP doing something that is really, really great. But for now, the understanding is that we don't have any legal, what can I say, problems with XRP right at this point, and I think it's going to enjoy its bull cycle. Just remember this: in the last bull cycle, actually XRP was pumping 10%, like 10x, sorry, from the moment it was sued from the SEC. Was that actually 10x? Because I remember this was right around 25th of sorry, I used the wrong thing, around 20th of December. Yeah, so from the 20th of December to where it peaked right around in February or in April the next year, it was managing something like 12%, 12x even. So if it did 12x in an environment when there was like a lot of uncertainty and doubt, what more can it do right now? Almost, the XRP community, I would like to believe that it has actually grown. We have seen the number of wallets on the XRP ledger and stuff like that, really screaming that this thing is ready for a bull cycle. But I don't know with the current conditions whether we are really going to eventually get something like that. But this is great. This is great. We no longer have got the burden of like legal non-clarity or something like that. Everybody now knows that XRP is not a security. Ripple will be fined $125 million. It's over with it, and we can continue our normal lives here. Let XRP be unleashed. And yeah, I just want to say congratulations to everybody who has been holding XRP since 2020. It really has been a tough time, and I know you guys, you take a lot of heat from other communities, right? I was seeing another guy posting like, can you believe that some other people are actually waiting for XRP to break out? It will break out massively, and it will really melt first, right? Let me go into the chat. Ivan says that, how much can the price go high in this bull cycle? Yeah, so I think that the best price target that I have for this bull cycle is something like $18.60. I don't know if anybody has a higher price target. I saw price targets as high as something like 10,000, and the guy was saying that he was shown by God. I mean, I'm a Christian myself. I really don't like criticizing God, but I don't see God's business in XRP, right? I don't know. It's just me saying, right? So $10,000 for XRP, that dollar that will be valuated at that level is not the current dollar that we know. Probably it's like super inflated dollar and stuff like that. How much do you see? Yeah, $13.60 I said, but we have got a trade that we took with Patreons, and we entered the trade at 48 cents, looking to target something like $5.20. It's gonna be a real big thing if it actually ends up happening, right? So MT says $12 minimum. Yeah, I'm around those levels, honestly. $589 according to the Simpsons. Or $589 for XRP is gonna be crazy. I mean, sometimes you can be rich, but at times you can, like, I don't know, that will be FU money. I'm telling you 100%. Anyway, Ryan says that I was expecting 1 to 1. Yeah, it can actually go there maybe in the coming few days. Right now we're at 59 cents, and yeah, we are looking like we're continuing the rally. What I would just want to see in the coming few days is that we start breaking 75 cents. Once we get to 75 cents, there is even a likelihood that we'll get to $1.98. Once we start to see these kind of things, yeah, be rest assured that, yeah, we're in the heat of it, and we will be looking to do some amazing things here with XRP. It was expected 1 point. Well, I really don't know. I say $5 to $6. I think it's reasonable too. I only have 1,000 XRP. I think you're good. You must be maybe top 10 in the XRP wish list, I would say. I will check that website later on, but I think you'll be good. $100 for XRP. Wow, $100 for XRP. The market cap would have to be very much insane, and I don't think it's something that is possible with the current conditions that we are in right now. If you're talking about maybe 10 years later, yeah, I wouldn't say it's something that is out of the picture. Wow, we're up 16.5% already ever since this news came in, and we are really knocking on that 60 cents mark. Okay, Ivan says $5 to $6 all-time high for the bull cycle. Wow. As I said already, we have got two trades that we have with XRP. One is a spot trade, just buying and holding XRP. The other one is just a leverage trade that we took, and we took it 48 cents. The liquidation point is right around maybe 28 cents or something like that. If XRP goes to 28 cents, I mean, we can as well say that the bull market is over, right? It's okay for me to lose the amount of money that I was putting in there. But still, I expect XRP to reach maybe at least something like $5.20. We will exit there with a lot of money, but the spot will actually be way much more higher than that. We are looking at something like $13.60. Looking at this whole symmetrical triangle that you are seeing, but also just approaching it from a Fibonacci retracement perspective, right from the very top right there to the bottom. You are seeing that that's where your full Fibonacci extension level is, and these things are very much powerful. Guys, remember, this has been in the making for almost 7 years right at this point. the basic rule in technical analysis is that the longer you work on a pattern, or the longer you are accumulating, the bigger your pump is going to get one way or the other. Now we're at 62 cents. Wow, this is really great. This is really, really great. I'm happy for everybody, to be honest with you. Everybody who has been holding XRP, especially ever since 2020, because it really has been a tough time. And now we have that weight off of our shoulders. And if XRP doesn't get into a bull cycle, maybe I can start justifying people who criticize XRP, because right at this point, you know, we don't have many limitations, to be honest with you. We need to see something happening eventually. But isn't it interesting that the judgment is coming right towards the apex of the symmetrical triangle? It's really funny sometimes when you take a look at the technicals and then they just end up aligning with the news all of a sudden. So let's also take a look at the chart on the monthly time frame, and we'll take a look at some underlying indicators right there. Look at this monthly chart, monthly bar, sorry. Wow, very much indecision. We need to see something here until the end of the month. So that is great news. Congratulations to everybody who has been holding XRP. I speak Spanish. Can you can you speak more slow? Sure, man. You know, I'm also not 100% a natural English speaker, so it's also probably because of my you know, my native language. So I will obviously try to speak a little bit slower. People complain sometimes when I make videos. Wow, we're now at 63 cents. This is gonna be a great party, man. Tell me if you're enjoying this. This is gonna be a great party. Let me also check my trade. And Joshua says that, so it's over for real now. Yes, it's over. It's over. Nothing more is to be expected right here. Well, I don't know if there are going to be appeals which are going to be coming. Yeah, probably there are going to be appeals coming, like from higher courts and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, the case was very much solid from the Ripple team, and they did a nice job. That if you're going to be appealing, I don't know what you're going to be appealing, right? And it's really surprising, isn't it, that they were only charged $125 million. It's nothing. It's nothing for a company like Ripple. This is, you know, the SEC usually goes and bullies like small companies that they don't have the funds to defend themselves. Now Ripple had the money to defend itself, and they also have got like way much more money to pay the remedies and stuff like that. My question that I still have right at this point is that how much so what is going to be happening to the XRP that Ripple is still holding? Because I know they hold a whole bunch of it, right? Whom are they going to be selling it to? Because right at this point, if they are going to be selling it, they have to be selling it to institutional investors, right? Which should actually be creating a very good demand for XRP. Because if you have XRP and those guys can only get it from Ripple, I don't know. I think the dynamics change a little bit. But let me just make this a little bit thicker. Wow, we are witnessing history. We are pulling back right now, but still holding 62 cents. That is something that is fantastic. Yeah, Joshua, it's over. It's over. Guys, let me tell you, let me ask you actually what you think. How do you think this is going to be affecting the rest of the market? Because remember, this case was not only very important to Ripple only, but it was also very much important to the rest of the market, because the market needed to see clarity, right? The market needed to see clarity, and the way it has ended like this, that they got like a slap on the wrist. They made sure that any other cryptocurrency that has got the same conditions with XRP would not be labeled as security. I think it's just bullish for the rest of the market too. Let's just see if eventually XRP is going to be able to kickstart the rest of the bull market. Benjamin Avo says XRP can reach $18 in how much time? I have no idea. I really have no idea. That is going to be dependent on what the rest of the market performance is going to be like. I mean, if the market has maybe 3 months left within itself, be rest assured that also XRP has something like 3 months in the, because it just has to go with the rest of the market, right? Yeah, it may outperform other market participants, but this is really something that is nice. I mean, let's see, Benjamin, XRP can reach $13 in how much? Okay, I said already, I cannot enjoy the sell of the poetic pump. Well, fair enough. fair enough. You know why I said fair enough? I think the last time we saw great news like this, when XRP was determined not to be a security, we saw a huge candle to the upside, and then it pulled back a little bit. What I just want to see right now, and what would satisfy me, is if we see the price breaking above something like 75 cents. If we do that, even if we pull back a little bit, that's still going to be okay with me, because at least we would have confirmed that at least we can push higher with XRP. I mean, still hanging within the 60s. Yeah, it may be bullish, it may be okay, but maybe not enough, right? We need to see right around 75 cents. Should we come back, it's going to be normal, I think. It's going to be normal. These are kind of news. So Ed says, is it confirmed? Yeah, it's very much confirmed. I have the document here. This is the document, and the conclusion here says that the SEC motion for remedies and the entry of final judgment is granted in part and also denied in part. So the court shall enter the final judgment enjoining Ripple from further violations of securities laws, meaning they won't be able to sell again to retail, but and imposing a penalty of something like $125 million. That's all. And yeah, we'll see what eventually what happens right there. But XRP right now below 60. We'll see what happens. Is it over? It's over. Yes, it's over. Is it a good time to sell? To each their own. I'm not selling XRP right now. I don't think it makes any sense. I mean, should this judgment have come like when XRP has maybe performed? Let's say XRP was at $3 or maybe $2.50 or something like that, and the judgment would have come, then I would have definitely been saying that maybe it's time to be exiting. But right now, when from the bottom of the bear cycle, let's just go ahead and try to measure right from the very bottom of the bear cycle here, XRP is only up 90%. Come on, 90% only. I think it's really a big opportunity. If it's only up 90%, I don't think this is the top. I just don't think this is the top. But of course, as I say time and again, I talk about my own views, and I just don't think it makes sense to say that you should be selling right at this point. Speaking for myself, obviously. Yeah, you know, in situations like these ones, I think everybody knows this. If you have been in the market for 2 seconds, that whenever we have got great news, the price pumps and then it retreats back. I want to make it very much clear that we can still have the same situation happening right now for XRP, but still, all I want to see is confirmation that we can push higher. So should we get something like 75, 74 cents here for XRP, that would be very much great. And even if we pull back maybe to something like 55, okay, so as long as we touch that level one more time, just try to confirm that we can go higher with XRP, that will be great. But as I said earlier in the stream, that we no longer have that burden of you know, legal uncertainty of XRP. Very much clear that it is not a security. The problems with Ripple, they're just going to be paying $125 million. They will pay that and it's over. It gets back to where it was prior to this whole things happening. I can tell you a lot of things, right, that could have happened in 2021 with XRP if it didn't get this kind of a thing with the SEC. And you know, people, when they're criticizing XRP, they just go ahead and, you know, it didn't move this and this, but they also really forget that it was stopped right in its tracks right there. 20 December, crazy period. It was stopped. It would really have gone because it was already up there, right around 80 cents or something like that. Then boom, the next day, it was crazy. It was crazy. So it was actually limited in the last bull cycle that we were in, and still managed to pull out something like almost a 12x. If XRP could do a 12x back then, when there was the highest fear, uncertainty, and doubt, how much can it actually do this time around? I'm looking at this here, this measurement that I was doing to $13.60, something like an 18x. I don't think it's something that is too crazy to talk about, considering that the community has actually grown bigger. More wallets have been created. Why does this actually matter? It matters because that there is now much more demand in the market. There are more people, and communities really build things. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna be fine. Is it time to sell or buy more? I don't know about buying right now with these huge candles. All I know is that I expect great price action here. So let's say you're targeting something like $5, you're buying it $60 60 cents. Sorry, it doesn't look like a bad idea, right? But what I can't do is like say buy. But speaking for myself, if I was targeting something like $5 here and looking at XRP at 60 cents, I would definitely buy. I would have definitely bought. By the way, I mean, 2 days ago we were down to, what was that, 43 cents, 44 cents. That was also a very nice time to be buying XRP. So we will see what eventually happens. But bottom line is that all legal problems of XRP are now over, and we will get back to being a normal cryptocurrency, basically, right? A normal cryptocurrency, which is a great community. There is no bigger community than maybe the Bitcoin community is much bigger, but still, XRP is one of those cryptocurrencies. There are only 3 of them actually that have always been in the top 10: XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin. Other than that, you won't find any other cryptocurrency that has been in the top 10 in its lifetime, like just maintaining that there is something to eat, right? There really is something to eat. And you shouldn't underestimate the power of XRP. So we'll see what eventually is going to be happening here, but we are having a nice pump, and I'm really glad actually that everybody held strongly. The legal clarity is over. It was 2020. Actually, I will tell you that was actually the first time I was buying XRP, when that lawsuit was dropped right around 19 cents. And I really didn't know if because, when I was looking at it, I was thinking that, look, I think still this case is going to be over, but I was expecting it to be over the same bull cycle, right? I was just thinking that they want to suppress the price a little bit, and then they'll just say, it's this and that. But it has taken 4 years almost, right? 4 years almost. And we held in. We held in. It's over, right? At this point, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, definitely. We will be fine. Guys, if you have got any questions that you want to ask, you can go ahead before we close the stream, right? We can have a further discussion. If you guys are asking much more questions, that will be actually great. Also, like the live stream, right? Share it with anybody we think needs to hear this information, needs to hear this great news here on XRP. We'll talk a little bit more about the technicals on the XRP price here, taking a look at things like the MACD, for example. And I have been pointing out to the fact that before we head into a bull cycle, right, we have this crossing on the MACD. Let me just go ahead and try to illustrate it here, if I find, okay, here. So we have this cross that has been happening time and again when we head into a bull cycle, which was the same case here in August 2020. Before, obviously, we were going, the price was going to something like $2 or something like that for XRP. Before that, we were having the same kind of situation as well in 2017, before the biggest bull run that XRP has ever had. So 1, 2, this is the third time that we are having something like that. Another thing that we want to use in conjunction with that is the RSI trending above the yellow line here on the monthly time frame. We have those conditions right in this moment where we are. So just looking at it like that, the conditions are there for a bull cycle. It's just a matter of time, in my humble opinion, right? We were also taking a look at XRP, comparing it to what it has actually behaved like relative to Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we are also saying that it's at the lowest, the flow. This has actually been the moments which have marked bull runs for XRP. So all these things are actually coming together and aligning to kind of paint a picture that, yeah, we could literally see a bull run. And mind you, let me actually make this point very much clearly. Whenever XRP has head into a bull run, it really has been something that is very much quick. I will just go to the daily time from here and kind of illustrate my point real quick here. So back then in 2017, right, you see what happened with XRP. It's boring price action. I mean, what is this here? What really is this? Boring price action. Then all of a sudden, it starts to move, and it's really crazy how it did this, because it's just a matter of days. But let me just go ahead and grab my ruler and try to measure how fast it was actually moving. So from the moment it started showing some signs of breakout here, it took 36 days to pump about 10x, basically 36 days. That's a month basically, right? But what about if we take a look at it like this, until it made another peak here, it was managing this in 68 days. That's basically 2 months. 2 months to do what? To pump something like 78x in 2 months. So if you think the pump is gonna, drag a little bit and something like that, we could literally see this thing panning out in 2 months, and the whole thing is over. 2 months, the whole thing is over. Now back here also in 2017, we were seeing some kind of similar price section, right? Now this time around was even crazier because it was pumping what here, 14x in a space of what? Let me just go ahead and try to measure that as well, from this point here to this point, in a matter of 25 days, 26 days basically. 26 days, you pump 14x in 26 days. That's less than a month. So literally we could see some fireworks coming out of nowhere, and it really will be very much surprising. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the price just pumping and doing it in no time actually. All right, guys, I think we'll wrap it right here. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. The bottom line is that we now have got legal clarity on XRP. It's going to be fine. We're going to return to being a normal cryptocurrency, and we are really one of the best communities out there. I know that there is XRP community, there is the Bitcoin community, there is probably the Solana community, Ethereum community, the Jasmine community, ICP community, and the rest, but I think the XRP community also comes in on top of the rest of them. So if you like the live stream, thank you very much, and you can like it, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll see you tomorrow with an updated video on XRP, on our price targets that we are looking forward to. And then also we'll have enough time to look at the chart and try to map out where exactly we are going with XRP. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves.